So hello each and every one of you, welcome back to the channel for some more FIFA 20 career mode content, and this time we're back with the Manchester United career mode here on FIFA 20. We're up to episode 6, it is season 2. I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe this is the second last episode of the season. It's number 6, we might have a season finale after this episode because it depends on how a lot of things go here. We're playing things by ear, we've got multiple competitions running. We just won the Carabao Cup last episode, now the FA Cup, Premier League and the Champions League are all up to be taken. If you're looking to keep up to date with all the latest scores, news, transfers, and everything the footballing world has to offer, make sure to check out OneFootball. It's available on both iOS and Android. It allows you to follow your favorite teams, your favorite players, and so much more. The download link is in the description, so make sure to give it a go. It's completely free. It is a must-have app for every football fanatic. We're going to start off today's episode with a trip to North London. It's away at the Emirates to face Arsenal. Then Aston Villa at home will probably simulate a big trip to Wembley. Did I just say simulate? Simulate. A big trip to Wembley to face the Magpies, Newcastle United. And then we kick off our Champions League semi-finals up against Bayer Leverkusen. I definitely want to play both of them, considering Bayer Leverkusen have their brand new stadium in the game. It's Kai Havertz's former side as well, so there is a bit of beef there, I'm not going to lie. However, we have a pretty easy road to the Premier League. I'm not going to say a road to the Premier League title because it's not guaranteed yet. But opposition like Fulham, Leeds, Stoke City and Watford aren't really striking any fear into us right now. This is most definitely our last really difficult opponent. It's always a fiery encounter, classic Premier League rivalry, and unfortunately Marcus Rashford is still injured. He was going for that top goal scorer position. He was going for the golden boot. However, it is now Mason Greenwood to fill in the shoes. Now the Premier League is in our park. The ball is in our court. Now we need to respond. We've got so many easy games after this, so now is where we need to strike and assert our dominance here at the Emirates Stadium. It's a bright sunny day here in London, so we need to be at our sparkling best if we want to take down Arsenal and Unai Emery. It's the Bergkamp tifo out at the Emirates today. It's looking brilliant over there. We are 5 points ahead of Manchester City, so we can't afford to be slipping up anytime soon. And look at that, we got the best away record in the league. 0 losses away from home. Let's hope that continues today. We all love a cheeky away day victory. Look at Sir BCHD ready for the task at hand. Cool, calm and collected. All pressure lies on that man, Mason Greenwood, to lead the line for us. Here is how the Gunners line up. They've got Bernd Leno in between the sticks. Pereira, Boateng, Socrates, and Ben Chilwell will be the back four. It is Parejo and Tolisso, the 2 CDMs. We also have Nicola Pepe, Ozil, and Ceballos down that left-hand side. And it's the Gabonese striker, Pierre-Emerick Bloodclot Yang, up top. That is a scary side from Unai Emery. They've got their strongest starting 11 to challenge us. So let's be up to the task and get this underway. Also, just another little update. There is no realism mod in this episode because, okay, that was a scare. But there's no realism mod because with this new FIFA 20 update, the mods don't work right now. They will be working in the next episode or so for the season finale. But for now, we can't customize Ibra. We can't edit our players and we can't have the realism mod installed, unfortunately. So that is what is going down this episode. If things look a bit different, that is why. Over to Kai Havertz, and look at this, Mason Greenwood back into the middle, it's through the legs, and Kai Havertz, oh, the heavy touch, that would have ended Socrates' career. Here with Paul Pogba, cuts it back, controlling possession well right now. Milinkovic-Savic through to Mason Greenwood, back to Havertz. Havertz wanted to go, but Boateng, his fellow countryman, just shoves him off the ball, and look at Mesut Ozil now. Over to Nicola Pepe, and back to Aubameyang. Ozil over the top to Pepe again, the Ivorian with a thunderous strike into the top left, and they deserve that. They've been the better attacking side so far, and it's their $1 million man. It's their, what, $80-60 million man, their club record signing, Nicolas Pepe, to smash that one top left. David De Gea left starstruck as our defense just, let him go through. It was all unmarked. Luke Shaw out of position, and it's 1-0 to the Gunners. Leon Bailey, yes. That's what we want. That's what we need. Havertz wins the ball back unconventionally, and Greenwood will find the ball over the top to Leon Bailey, who will cut back into the path of Mason Greenwood. Now, at the back post, it's Kai Havertz, and it's Leno to deny him off the post, and on the line, Leno casually just picks that up like nothing even happens. We'll try and get the equalizer here. Leon Bailey's been fouled, but Greenwood with lovely little footwork, and it is Boateng. Is that a penalty? No. A frantic few minutes there, and we should have at least had a goal. Milinkovic-Savic, Luke Shaw is involved in the attack, and it might be an assist for Mason Greenwood. Bernd Leno has had an electric opening half here, and he saved pretty much all of our shots, all of our chances. And there we go, Arsenal going to the break, are 1-0 up. Nicolas Pepe has somehow outstrengthed Milinkovic-Savic. That is crime. That is daylight robbery! And what a save from El Capitano, David De Gea. Come on, David De Gea, come out and claim it! What are you doing? I'm pressing Y so he can come out and punch it. And he's just staying on his line like a coward. What is going on there? And now Aubameyang doubles Arsenal's lead. And we're staring down the barrel of our first away day defeat of the season. It lands straight at the back post. All those headers couldn't get clear. And the number 14 will take those any day of the week. Over to Chilwell. And look at this now. Arsenal queuing up for the third. We're not going to let that happen, let's hope. And now Kai Havertz. Maybe the game against Leverkusen is tolling on his mind, but here is Mason Greenwood. He needs to show his quality. And now Mason Greenwood with his first goal for Manchester United gets in there. We've pulled one back in half the deficit. And the Youth Academy graduate, Mason Greenwood, shows his true colours here at the Emirates. And the away day fans are loving that one. Burst past Socrates, the centre-back. And it was a cool, calm and composed finish. Smashed it into that top left-hand corner. We are up and running. Right, the cavalry are coming on for the last 10 minutes. Havertz, Martial and Greenwood are going to take their step off the pitch. It's Fabian, Rodrigo and Felix, the emergency crew, to come on and rescue a point. Hopefully. We can't get it off them. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang wants another one. We'll head that away with Wan-Bissaka, and it's straight at Danny Parejo. Why can't I select anyone? And it's straight at Lacazette. Lacazette, he's offside. And that was not it, Chief. A big loss to take there. Big hit to our ego and our confidence. And now the motivation levels, they are plummeting right now as Arsenal take their chances, take the advantage, and get the 2-1 win over us. It's our third defeat now in the Premier League. And we need Marcus Rashford back for these goals. Greenwood can't do it all by himself, but we leave the Emirates with nothing. And Rashford is still going to miss 3 more weeks of game time. I'm not sure when he'll be back for, what game he'll be back for, but he won't be playing in this one up against Aston Villa. You can see the Man City closed the gap to 2 points now. They're breathing down our shoulders. They're right behind us. So it is imperative that we get this win up against Villa at home. So here is the lineup. Extremely rotated, I know, but we need a rest for a few players here. We've got a crucial FA Cup semi-final coming up. And there we go. We get our redemption there. Felix picks up an injury, though. Another injury hit to a striker. However, Sancho, Felix, Greenwood, and Martial off the bench with 2. And the rotated lineup rewards us with a 5-1 crushing win of the Villains. So it's an FA Cup semi-final. Newcastle await us. And it's going to be Rodrigo up top. Daniel James as well is going to make his start in there, as well as Guerrero at left back, Lindelof, and Jimenez. And we have a major update, as I think I've taken the chance now. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's just change the difficulty up to ultimate. Oh, we already have there in the settings, but it's now confirmed. We're playing on ultimate difficulty here. Turned it up a notch, and the stakes are even higher now. So hopefully it provides with a bit more entertainment. Hopefully it provides for a thrilling end to Season 2. So let's take on ultimate difficulty. Why not try it out here against Newcastle at Wembley? The cannons are out again. The pyro is out for this one. It's not a Carabao Cup final this time. It's one step towards another domestic cup competition, and the Magpies are in our way this time. Wembley is packed. We've turned into reoccurring visitors. We're just visiting every other week. I think we're living our best life here, and Arsenal await us in the final, the team that just beat us in the Premier League. So it's going to be an FA Cup final to look forward to against the Gunners if we get the job done here today on ultimate difficulty. Newcastle are ready. They've got Raja Nainggolan, Granit Xhaka as well. Matt Ritchie is back. Okay, Newcastle have done some business here. So let's take a look how Newcastle line up. It is Zappacosta, Shah Tarkowski at the back. It is Isaac Hayden in there as well. Xhaka and Nainggolan, they've done some mad business there. And it's Almiron and Mata. I don't think it's one Mata up top. It's another Mata. So we're not coming up against a former club legend. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is Mata to kick us off. Let's go. So how difficult is ultimate difficulty? That is the question today. As Rafael Guerrero gets taken out. He's still on the floor. Here with Raja Nainggolan off the post straight to him. And there we go, ultimate difficulty straight away, showing us its capabilities. And it's El Ninja. What is wrong with his arm? But Nainggolan bags the goal off the post and a rebound straight to his path. We weren't quick enough to react. And we're 1-0 down already. Fair play. I hate these annoying shadows, man. These shadows are pissing me off. But here we go. Kai Havertz Havertz, he might go alone, and then it's going to forward to Jadon Sancho. Oh, it's a pole driver outside the foot into the bottom left-hand corner, and it's our number 11 to smash it home for the equaliser. A frantic opening 10 minutes here in the FA Cup semi. And look at this, right foot shot, no prisoners there from Jadon Sancho, hard and low, and those are the hardest type of shots to save as a goalkeeper. Look at the spin, look at the bend, look at the techers on that. And it's a beautiful piece of technique from Jadon Sancho. So BCHD is applauding. And look at this. Jadon Sancho is going to send Richie to the shops. And there you go. Back to Savage. Back to Daniel James of all people. The Welshman has a go. And Dubravka comfortable. What are you doing? Oh, big tackle though. He redeems himself. Rodrigo. He might find the ball back to Havertz, and look at this. It is Kai Havertz for the second and rolls it in ever so elegantly. The number 7 proving his worth again, and this is brilliant practice for his semi-final up against Leverkusen coming up in the next game, and Rodrigo just slips it through. He read him like a book, and cool as ice into the bottom right-hand corner. We're sparkling so far. It was an early hiccup, a shock to the system, but we've responded ever so well with 2 goals. Oh no, terrible deflection! Oh, woo! Daniel James heads that on. Oh, here we go. Milinkovic-Savic. James again slips it through. It is Rodrigo. Cuts back inside. The Brazilian will find Daniel James, and it's deflected from Xhaka again. We'll win it back here. Havertz again. We're going to try one more time. Back to Daniel James. Daniel James tries to slide away, and Jadon Sancho through on goal, and Dubravka denies us of a stunner of a third. And that will be halftime. A thriller of an opener, I must say, after conceding the first. But we go into the sheds 2-1 up. Pogba will cut back on the inside, finds Wan-Bissaka. Havertz, Rodrigo, he can see the hole, he can see the gap, he's going to exploit it, and therefore it is Fernandes to give away a penalty. That is a rash challenge, and what is the referee going to do about that one? Through on goal. Was it last man? Is that deserved of a red card? No, it is going to be a yellow. If VAR was in FIFA 20, they might have had a different answer to that one. But the Brazilian, none of the ball, just comes in at the back of him. Oh, I'll just give it to Rodrigo. Come on, he won the penalty. Now be the hero. Rodrigo is going to go left, but he'll change his mind and go right. And he shouldn't have, because that was off the post and out. If we stayed left, he would have got that one in, and you gotta feel sorry for the lad. It's Dubravka, doesn't really get a touch on it, and Sir BCHD can't even watch. Showing his class at Wembley, he's taken it past the Newcastle defender, and the Welshman might go in all alone. It's a few ball rolls, it's another chance. It's Rodrigo to redeem himself. Shoot! I kept pressing B, and Rodrigo took his time with it. That is the third, and now surely we've booked our tickets into another FA Cup final here at Wembley. We're going to be back in a few weeks' time, and Daniel James, a few too many ball rolls, a lucky deflection, and Rodrigo somehow bodies Fernandes, who gave away the penalty, backs off, and then Dubravka couldn't see that one coming, and slow and hard into the bottom right-hand corner. We're 2 goals to the good, and Rodrigo is finally rewarded with his goal. Rodrigo over the top, he scoops it over to Sancho, and that is audacious. Now Sancho wants a brace, Sancho wants the double, and it's off the line from Fabian Schär heroically for Newcastle, but Milinkovic-Savic would have it. Milinkovic-Savic tries to have it again, and there we go, Dubravka comfortable. Full time, that was exhilarating football from minute 1. That was intense. I think I'm already liking this ultimate difficulty, not just because we won, but Newcastle, it was back and forth football. We're getting more chances to exploit the defense. Newcastle were more willing to attack and actually cause some damage. And it was just more exciting FIFA 20, to be honest. We'll see if it continues in the next few games. But from one semi to another, we got the Champions League up next. The lads are sapped of energy. They're tired after that FA Cup triumph. However, some familiar faces make their way back into the starting 11. It is Havertz. Even though he's low on stamina, he's going to face his former side at Old Trafford by Leverkusen come to town. And it's the first leg of this semi-final. Enough talking. Let's get it underway. Woo, European nights. And Old Trafford is looking stunning under the lights. Oh, take a look at that. The Tifo's out as well. The banners are up. Rio Ferdinand's motivation. And the Champions League semis are right upon us. Kai Havertz, I'm looking for a masterclass from you tonight. No mercy whatsoever. We need to take as many goals with us to Germany as possible. The Champions League anthem, it's a banger. It gets blasted. And hopefully that's a bit of motivation for the boys. Bayer Leverkusen will line up like this without their star boy Kai Havertz. But it's Jesse Lingard on the bench. Fred as well. It is our former players coming to haunt us here in the Champions League. And they've got Dembele, Diaby, Poulsen up top. It is time to get things underway here. Let's get the ball rolling and get down to business. And Tielemans will have a go. Tielemans! And he stings the glove of Roman Berkey. Ziganov again. Martial read it like a book. And look at Luke Shaw now. Here with João Felix. And look at Anthony Martial, who's been in riveting form this Champions League campaign. Who'll cut it back. And surely the first touch won't let him down. Through to João Felix. It's deflected. Through to Leon Bailey. How has he not taken that shot earlier? This is riveting. And Martial might go for goal, you know. And Roman Berkey denies us again. He'll still have the ball here. Fabian Ruiz will get it onto his famous left foot. And Roman Berkey has had a brilliant start to this game. Back to Fabian. Back to Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey now through on goal. Roman Berkey again, but this time it goes wide. Big header, Diogo. That is what we needed. And Leon Bailey back inside. Kai Havertz. He might go alone, you know. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz to deal the damaging blow. And yet again, Roman Berkey is on the case. Kai Havertz intercepts. João Felix is looking for the runner. Yuri Tielemans is the candidate. And Yuri Tielemans, he scuffed it. He scuffed it and he stuffed it. Here we go, Yuri. Yuri at it again. Yuri off to Bailey. Bailey will find João Felix with the turn. João Felix. It's Berkey again. He's a superhuman. We should have had 5 by halftime, but we're going to the break 0-0. Oh no, Demi-Bye. They've entered the goal for the first time. It's off the post. Get it out. That is so undeserved, and they've taken their chances, to be honest. To be fair to them, it is Moussa Dembele. It is one of the Dembeles. I can't really be bothered checking right now. But it's off the post. Straight back to him. It was literally how Nainggolan scored in that FA Cup semi-final. And Leverkusen getting away goal. We stumble again. Oh, Leon Bailey with the interception. Now we need to capitalise. It is Kai Havertz against his former side. It is now an open goal for Anthony Martial. And in the Champions League, it is his league. He's showing the world what he's made of. And it's high fives all around. We get the equaliser. Now we need to push on. It was a bit scuffed. It was a bit lucky. But we needed some after all those shots. And Roman Berkey finally concedes there. It took a few bounces as well. The shot wasn't clean. And luckily, João Felix got out the way for our first goal. Brilliant interception, Luke Shaw. And now Martial again, he's hungry. He's craving the second, but he'll pass it off to João Felix with an exquisite touch. And that is all we needed, baby. We're back in it. 2-1. And it's João Felix. His face game should be in the game. I don't know how to get it back into this career mode, but we'll work on it for next episode. Nevertheless, we are into the lead, and it's those few minutes that got us right back into it. And it's that touch there that gets him ahead of the defender, and that's why João Felix is the perfect candidate to replace Marcus Rashford when he's injured. And that is a sumptuous strike into the back of the net. Now Tielemans, oh, that is a gorgeous run from João Felix. And an even better finish. That is tucked away low and powerful into that bottom right-hand corner. And in the space of, 10 minutes, we've bagged 3 goals. Roman Berkey is finally breached. And we get another to add to our collection and bring to Germany in the second leg. Kai Havertz, influential again. And it's the ball from Tielemans which really makes this all happen. And the no-look strike, he doesn't need to look up. He doesn't need to know where the goal is because he already knows it in the back of his mind. Ultimate difficulty, is this the best you got? Who are ya? Lovely back heel, Martial. Over to João Felix, who's really come alive in this second half. The Portuguese striker will give it off to Kai Havertz, and this could be the finishing blow. The 4th to take back to Germany, and it's their former son. It's their former golden boy, Kai Havertz, and I meant not to celebrate. He's gone and celebrated there, but he's deserved it. And Kai Havertz comes back to haunt Leverkusen. Finally, after so many attempts, I tried to show respect, but it didn't happen. And it's 4 goals in this second half. We're second half FC right here. And we're going to Germany in a good position. And that's it. Full time, 4-1 going into the second leg. And the Bayer Arena awaits us. And with all these other cup competitions, we've let the Premier League kind of slip away. Man City have closed the gap by 2 points, and we're up against Watford away from home. It's a scary proposition awaiting us, but they're on terrible form. And now we need to go and take advantage with the second team. And there we go. Mason Greenwood, Rodrigo, and Milinkovic-Savic with all 3 goals. Cedric Bakambu missed a penalty for Watford. But we don't mind. We take all 3 points from Vicarage Road. And more training going on. Daniel James, who's been performing out of his mind lately. He's up to a 77. Pretty much the same starting 11 that got that 4-1 victory at home in the first leg. Marcus Rashford is on the bench. He has that Band-Aid icon, so he might be back in the next game or so. And here we go. What is going on here? A little pre-match Cutscene. Okay, that was a terrible penalty. I don't know why they decided to show that angle. Okay, that was a bit random, but the Bayer Arena, it is a beautiful sight to behold. We had the privilege of visiting, who was it? RB Leipzig, another Bundesliga team, and with this brand new Bundesliga package in FIFA 20, we're going to get some brilliant stadiums. We're going to get some brilliant face scans with all these Bundesliga teams. When we come up against them in FIFA 20 and in the Champions League, it is Barca and Liverpool again. Anyone's game there. But now we need to finish off the job here at this lovely little stadium we've got going on here. We're wearing the gold jersey. So today, that'll bring us some luck. Let's get this underway. Leverkusen to kick us off. Havertz intercepts. Gets there rather lethargically, but Havertz will find João Felix. And look at this. João Felix again will cut inside, finds Havertz, back to Jadon Sancho, and it's back heel city, it's back heel central, and now surely with that crucial away goal, it sent us into the final to either mean Liverpool or Barcelona. And look at that, the little trademark Volta celebration from Jadon Sancho. The first time he's really shown that off here at Manchester United. But it's an away goal here in Germany. It's something for the away day fans to cheer about. The sauce is dripping from that play, and Jadon Sancho with the first time shot into the bottom right hand corner. Crosses that one in. Wan-Bissaka tries to deal with it. And Lingard at the back post. De Gea denies him. And that could have been one for revenge from Mr. Jesse Lingard. Le Mans will find the ball out wide. And Fabian now could springboard a beautiful ball over to Anthony Martial. Now one-on-one with Berkey. The cheeky chip. And he can't get there. Bastos clears away. There you go. Yusuf Poulsen cross into the middle. And it's a goal. No, Jesse Lingard again. He tries to get one against the Red Devils, but unfortunately for him, it goes wide. And we are into the Champions League final. I know it was a 1-0 win, a slim margin here, but we already had that big aggregate boost. And there we go. Havertz returns back to his old stomping ground here in Germany. He had a masterclass against his former fans. And there we go. We are Champions League final bound. Jadon Sancho with the decisive goal. Wasn't too many spectacular moments in this match, but we got the job done, and it's another away day masterclass. Champions League final, let's get it. So our big reveal, the opponents in the final will be Liverpool. You can't write it. It is a Northwest derby. The most heated rivalry in English football. We had Man City in the Carabao Cup final. We've got Arsenal, another big Premier League rival. And we also have Liverpool now in the Champions League final. How much did they beat Barcelona by? Only 2-0. Okay, so the Merseyside boys, the Reds, get one over Barca in real life and in FIFA 20. And this is shaping up to be an amazing Season 2 finale. We're up against Arsenal, I believe, in the FA Cup final as well. Oh my goodness, the Gunners, who recently beat us in the Prem. That'll be an amazing fixture at Wembley as well. And now, what exciting prospects we have coming up for the season finale. The Premier League is on the line. It's between us and Manchester City. If we drop points, we are pretty much allowing Man City to come at us right here. They're 2 points behind us. We have a game in hand, so I'm going to leave it up to the imagination. For the season finale is a Champions League final, an FA Cup final, and the Premier League all going down. And this would be the most epic Season 2 finale you'd ever see. It was Champions League success, FA Cup success, and also we kept pace in the Premier League. So I'm proud of the lads here. So BCHD's done it again, but Kai Havertz has picked up an injury. And that's Kai Havertz' season over. Okay, I just realized that. He's out for 8 weeks, so he is going to miss out on the Premier League trophy, the FA Cup trophy, and maybe even the Champions League, depending on how we do in all those games. However, Marcus Rashford should be back in action sooner rather than later. So a lot to look forward to in the season finale. If you did go ahead and enjoy this one, make sure to slap a like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep up to date with the series. We should be having the realism mod back in for the season finale. Hopefully, let's cross our fingers. So I've been BCHD. Hopefully you did enjoy. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all in the thrilling season finale. Let's get it, boys.